Now, the aftermath of the game has dominated the back pages this weekend. Of course, that's the City game at Anfield. Jurgen Klopp was sent to the stands for that one. He actually has been cited for that, and he's got until Friday to decide whether or not he wants to try and appeal it. I don't imagine he will, though, because he did say in his post-match interviews, like, yeah, I was in the wrong. I accept that completely. Pep Guardiola had coins thrown at him as well from the Liverpool fans. The City fans as well, they were singing chants. Really negative chants about Hillsborough and Heysel. Jurgen Klopp was accused by Manchester City of purposely stoking negative feelings against the club as well by saying this last week.
You will not like the answer about that, and you won't have the answer already. So nobody can compete with City in that. You have the best team in the world, and you put in the best striker on the market. No matter what it costs. No matter what it costs, you just do it. I know, in City they will not like it, nobody will like it. You ask the question, but you know the answer. But what does Liverpool, we cannot act like them. There are 3 clubs in world football who can do what they want. Financially, it's not possible to deal with that. And it will be like this. I heard now, the Newcastle, whatever is there, said, there's no ceiling for this club. Yeah, right, he's right. He's absolutely right. There's no ceiling for Newcastle. Congratulations. Some other clubs have ceilings.
Okay, Klopp has since denied stoking the atmosphere against the Blues. Have a listen.
In this specific case, I don't feel hit at all. I know myself. And you cannot hit me with something which is miles away from my personality. If I would be like this, I would hate myself for being like this. And so, yeah, I said, a lot of times in my life I said things and they were a little bit open for misunderstanding. I know that, but not intentionally. It just happens. You say something and then later you realize, oh my God, that could be understood like this. But this is not one of these moments. It was not.
Okay, Klopp talking about those claims there from the City hierarchy, saying that his comments were xenophobic and bordering on xenophobic. He doesn't agree with that. He doesn't think that's what he said at all. It wasn't what he meant to say either. That's what he's coming out and saying and explaining. This one with Jurgen Klopp, his comments about how there is no ceiling for clubs like Newcastle, no ceiling for clubs like Manchester City, PSG. Is he right in what he was trying to say there?
I think when you look at him, maybe he's frustrated at how good Haaland's done. Because if you look at both squads, Liverpool have, they've been fighting with Manchester City, going toe-to-toe with Manchester City in the last 3-4 seasons. And in the summer, Haaland's come to City, Núñez has gone to Liverpool. Yes, they've signed Calvin Phillips as well. But it's not as if City have went out and brought, 5, 6, 7 more players. So I think he's a bit frustrated about how his team have underperformed. And
he's moved a lot on, hasn't he, Gab? When you look at it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Jesus is gone, Zinchenko's gone.
But Liverpool have lost players as well, Mane. But I think
Mane,
exactly. So I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, is it more frustration from Klopp at how good Haaland's done, and maybe how Núñez hasn't so far done as well? But I don't think he was trying to, stoke the fire or anything. I think it's just a bit of frustration that maybe in the future transfer windows, he knows he hasn't got the money to go and buy Bellingham for 120 million. And Manchester City, if I was them, and probably will, go and buy Bellingham. Gundogan's into his 30s. They might think, you know what? Yeah, we have got the power. We will go and buy Bellingham to spite Liverpool because we want him at our club and not yours. So
does he have a point then at saying that there's no ceiling for clubs like Manchester City and Newcastle?
I think he's got a point. Of course he has. You see Newcastle, Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester City, the amount of money they've got, what they can pay their players, the amount of money they've spent on transfer. So you can see where he's coming from, but it's just strange to hear it when he's been going toe-to-toe with Manchester City on the weekend. They beat Manchester City. I thought they were the better team. So it's a bit strange comments when you're not that far behind them in quality of teams.
It's really weird that we're not even talking about the game, are we? I mean, what a performance from Liverpool. So and Man City had their moments as well, obviously a disallowed goal. But
they were up for it, weren't they?
Yeah,
that's what we should be talking about.
Brilliant game to watch.
It was the first game I've watched in a while that reminded me of like an old school rivalry.
The atmosphere.
Bernardo Silva and Salah having a bit. Then Van Dijk comes on and Bernardo Silva's trying to take on Van Dijk. You've got Klopp with the linesman. And yes, he was in the wrong, but I didn't mind it. I felt like, are we trying to make the game, like this soft game where you can't do anything. Yes, Klopp was in the wrong. Apologise to the linesman. Move on. And it felt, spiced, didn't it? The game, and I thought Pep Guardiola probably played the wrong tactics. I thought Jax was started. I thought he would have given Milner a harder time than Foden did on the day. And I think Pep can complicate his tactics a bit, and he done it again on Sunday.
Sometimes I think, I agree with you on a lot of those points. I think the lines person, like dealing with them, Harry said it. Who'd be a fourth official? Right? You get it in the ear the whole time.
You'd hate to have been a fourth official linesman in the reserve team games I played with.
Dreadful.
But wow, them old school Scottish under-23 coaches, they give the linesmen all sorts.
But that's the argument, though, isn't it? Should that be allowed?
No, it shouldn't be. No, don't get me wrong. He's in the wrong, and Klopp was in the wrong. Yes, but when you see the foul that wasn't given, everyone who's watching the game could see that it was a foul on Salah. You're 14 points behind the leaders. You're 1-0 up against the champions, and you're that desperate to win the game. You got into the corner. Salah's got foul, blatant foul. As a manager, you're gonna lose your temper, aren't you? Yes, you overreacted, but that's Klopp for you, isn't it?
Well, look, he's come out and apologised.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact, you're kicking every ball as a manager. You've seen it over the years. Sir Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger losing his temper. Mourinho. You got Conte on the side now who runs around like Arteta does it sometimes. So I think that's what you want to see, though, a bit of passion, no?
Yeah, you do.
Look, you can go over the top.
Within the managers, I think that's fine. I think the
he went over the top, Jurgen, and he admitted it after and said, "Look, I apologise. I shouldn't have done what I did, but it was."
I don't think it'll be the last time he does it,
and that's the end of it.
I don't think it'll be the last time he does it. If they need a result to win the league or something, and something like that happens again, I don't think he'll be able to control himself.
How hard will it be to replicate what they did against City against West Ham tonight? Do you think?
I think first of all, Jota's, bad injury, such a shame, last minute of the game. But they should take confidence from that performance and show that they're not a million miles away that a lot of us thought they were. And the way they played, determined, wasn't they? They had that press. Salah was like a man obsessed, thinking, Haaland, this isn't just your show. I'm still here. So I think tonight, West Ham, it's going to be a difficult game for West Ham.
Who plays tonight up front?
I think he plays Núñez from the left maybe, and Firmino, Salah, or Carvalho can come from the left, and maybe rest Firmino, play Núñez down the middle. But I think they'll have too much for West Ham tonight.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods, Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.